Welcome to Thrifty Garage. My name is Carson, and today I'm doing another episode in my How to Build a Business series here on YouTube. Today's video will be on equipment. In a previous video, I mentioned that we considered the thought of purchasing an enclosed trailer and truck for the business prior to moving and using that truck and trailer to move our family out to our new location. We ended up opting for a moving truck instead, but I still needed to purchase a enclosed trailer for my business. So a couple of big items that I needed to purchase for my business are a truck, a trailer, a large mower. I already own a small 21-inch Honda mower, and I already own a residential grade string trimmer line. Some purchases that I still need to make are a stick edger and a leaf blower at a minimum. I'm sure I will likely want to be getting a smaller, let's say 32-inch riding mower, perhaps a more commercial or industrial grade string trimmer, and then a handheld blower option as well. I've got a good variety of miscellaneous hand tools, so those things right off the bat would suit my business well. So the first purchase I made for the company was a brand new Spartan 7-foot by 14-foot enclosed trailer. The trailer is about 6.5 feet tall, so I've got plenty of headroom inside. I ended up going for the Spartan trailer. I looked at a covered wagon trailer and the quality wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. The salesman also pointed out to me that it had a few upgrades. It had insulated ceiling, and it had 3M adhesive instead of rivets in some areas, so that will make putting my company logo on the side easier without having those rivets in the way, and a number of different features for about $800 to $1,000 more than that covered wagon was. The purchase price on that trailer was just shy of $5,000, and that's definitely going to be one of the biggest purchases, and certainly one of the most expensive new purchases I'll make for the company. The next purchase for the company I made was a riding mower. So I ended up getting a 61-inch riding mower. It's a Grasshopper brand, and because it's fall right now, I was really happy to see that it had a leaf catching attachment on it. So I've got it's a 2004, so it is a little bit older, but it does have low hours, and it's the 322D, so it is a diesel engine as well, and it starts up really well. I feel like all of the drivetrain components are really solid. It does have some rust and whatnot that you would expect on a machine that's 14 years old, but as far as the life is left in it, I'm really excited about that and really hoping that it serves its purpose for the next 2 or 3 years well with minimal issues. I will have to put a set of tires on it and do some other maintenance things to get it kind of up and running for the season, but it really will get me going here off to start pretty quickly. When it comes to additional equipment, I plan to purchase, more than likely I'll be picking up Echo and Stihl products. I'll also be considering Redmox products, as well as anything else I can get my hands on. I had a Stihl string trimmer for several years now, and that's done really well for me, served me well, always starts up and runs. It is, like I said, a residential grade, so it's might be a struggle on some of these commercial grade properties. But I'm sure it will get me done or pull me over for at least the first year if I have to. The biggest purchase when it comes to that is an edger. I want an edger with a metal blade on it, so that I'm not using my string trimmer for that. I want to make sure that I'm providing good quality cuts for my clients, and getting a nice edge is going to be part of that service. And then the other big purchase will be a blower. Looking at all the new blowers that are coming out, you've got the 800 series of blowers from Redmax, Stihl, and Echo. Really like the looks of the new BR800C with that easy side start. I'm not quite sure if I'll end up jumping for that, or if I can find a used one, I might jump on that instead. But definitely intriguing looking at this new equipment and knowing that I've got a little bit of funds to put towards that and make sure that things are kicked off with the right start and kicked off well. And if I'll back up here for a moment, I guess I should start with the very, very first equipment purchase, which is standing to the left of me here. And that is we got a ladder here. So this ladder was actually my very first purchase. Picked this up at Lowe's, and it was only 120 bucks for a 22-foot little giant variant ladder. This is a Werner ladder, and it was on sale, regularly $200 on sale for $119. perfect for Christmas lights this time of year. So this was actually my very first purchase, as well as my initial investment in materials, which were Christmas lights. I guess we'll talk about the truck. So right now I've got a 2016 Toyota 4Runner, and that's my wife's vehicle. When I left my previous company, I had to hand in the keys to my 2018 Chevy Silverado 3500 Duramax, and so that has left me truckless. So I've been driving my wife's 4Runner around, and that is towing the trailer right now. That trailer is a tandem axle trailer, so it's got a capacity of 7,000 pounds, whereas my 4Runner only has a 5,000 pound towing capacity. So that simply limits my ability to tow the full limits on the weights of that trailer. So I'm a little bit overkill on the trailer right now, but I do plan to buy a 2,500 or 3,500 work truck to replace that. Initially I wanted to buy a $20,000 to $25,000 work truck. I've been driving brand new trucks for the last 3 or so years, and that's something that's been really fortunate for me. One of the benefits of working for an employer that has a little bit more foundation laid out, that's something that I simply cannot afford at this time. Those monthly payments could definitely crush me in a new business startup stage. So I definitely want to be cognizant of that. Like I said, I was looking at about a $20,000 truck, and looking at my budgets and where I want to be. I think that I'm gonna have to go for a $10,000 or $15,000 truck. And the reason being for that is we were really considering just me using the 4Runner for the business, at least for the first little bit, to get us tied it over. And my wife was looking at buying a new car to replace it, and she was looking at about a $12,000 or $14,000 car. And I said, well, if you're gonna buy a new car to replace your perfect family vehicle that has a third row and everything that's set up for our family, why not just me get a less expensive work truck? And there's been some trucks that I found that I would feel comfortable with, that would look clean and nice for the business, that would also be reliable enough to get me by for the first couple of years. So I think that I'll end up going with that as far as a used truck in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. I have not purchased that yet. I am contemplating pushing that off till spring, and then trying to get that on a monthly payment, so that cost is pushed back, and I'm not paying for that upfront cost right now and through the winter season. But more to come on that. I'm definitely looking for options, looking for trucks to fill that need. But I've got a mower now, and I've got a trailer, and then I'm using my ladder to put up Christmas lights. So a lot of stuff going on right now, a lot of crazy chaos, and hopefully this is helping everybody out there learn and think about how they can start their own business. If you're working for a landscape company already and you just want to do things on your own, or even if you're just out of high school or college and want to start your own business, that hopefully these are beneficial and provide you real world experience. For me, as I'm going through them, there's a lot of companies out there right now that are on YouTube and sharing their experiences. A lot of them are very established, and so they may not have the experiences that I do right here in the moment of experience these things and starting a company. So hopefully this knowledge has been beneficial, and if it is, definitely hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and then additionally leave comments down below. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this video from Thrifty Garage.